Hey, it's David.
Hey, it's Tim, and we're Worth It Fridays.
What the nani?
We have a special guest. To introduce our new friend. He's a streamer that rated me many agos. That when we were playing Spider-Man, oh man, it was just a fun day. He just brightened up my day. His name is Lupin, so you can follow him at www.twitch.tv/Lupin.
Yo, better follow it. Yeah. Just kidding. Only if you want to.
But we're here to talk about Spider-Man and Spider-Man in 2020.
Yes.
So, David, why don't you start us off and give us the overall impression of the game?
All right. My impression of the Spider-Man game. Oh, I pre-ordered that game the first time I heard when it was coming out. Man, I was excited. For those who don't know, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Like, look at this cup I have.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan right here, even a straw. My impression of the game was amazing, just because based on comparing other games I played of other Spider-Man game, the best one I ever played was the old school. I played on the GameCube, Spider-Man 2, the movie game, and I played it like every single day, and every time I beat it, it's those games I always want to go back and play it. And just having now when it being released in 2018, everyone's like saying, "Oh, this is like the new Spider-Man 2, like pretty much remaster, but even better." And I have to say, playing through the game, storyline was great. The game experience was awesome. It just felt so nostalgic for me that it's probably the best game right now compared to the other Spider-Man game that came out before that. So, yeah, that was my impression. It was such a great game. Totally worth it.
Nice. What about you, Lupin?
Most of the things you said, I agree with. Yeah, like the nostalgia hit really hard when I played the new Spider-Man game. I actually started. Did you say you started with Spider-Man 2?
Yeah.
Yep. I actually started with the first Spider-Man on
Ooh.
PS1. Yeah, I played that one. It was very difficult because I was a kid, so I couldn't really do it.
Totally.
And then Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, and then this one back in 2018. I actually bought it. I pre-ordered it for PS4, and that's when I played it. And like, I don't. I used this meme before. You know the meme? It makes you feel like Spider-Man when you play it.
Yeah.
It
Totally.
actually does make you feel like Spider-Man. Sorry, I can't fucking talk.
It's all good, man.
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. That's how good it is, guys.
All right, so yeah, and then for me, I have like not many memories of Spider-Man 1, but like I know like Spider-Man 2 was like on GameCube was like the best thing ever in terms of like that I guess a movie game, and as well as like just like a cool Spider-Man game, because I know there's like many Spider-Man games out there too. And then man, the one for the PS4 just like knocks it out of the park, like especially when it came back in 2018. I was like, that was crazy. I guess we can go on the feeling of like feeling like Spider-Man, because I think we can all agree that yeah, like the Spider-Man PS4 is like it really made you feel like you were really Spider-Man, like jumping off buildings. I remember when I streamed the game, I was like, dude, like this reminds me of like when I first played this, and I was like, I could actually just like swing for like a good like half an hour and just have fun with it. But like so like yeah, well, anything else that you guys want to share as well?
Yeah, I do actually want to add to that. So like, the sound effects, like of the wind brushing against you, you can actually feel it, in a way, and like the web slinging itself, and like now and then you'd like how immersive it was. You could hear the traffic, you can hear through, I guess, his earpiece, Spider-Man's earpiece, that you can.
Oh yeah.
You can hear like the police radio and like the news. Joan Jameson keeps on coming up, and it just, I don't know, it gave it life, and I really liked it.
It was
I
so
really liked that.
smart, true. Actually, like the how they like they gave you like all like a lot of story through Jay Jameson, and like it was like kind of through his own podcast in itself too.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
So like
Totally.
if you hated Jay Jameson, you could just like, you know what, I'm not listening to you, screw you. But like if you like didn't mind like his like random like phone calls that he got from like like other people, and it's just like, oh, like is Spider-Man a hero? Is Spider-Man like a villain? Right? It was actually like pretty, like it was a good world builder. I would say for sure.
Yeah, Joe Jameson's always trying to demonize him, but everyone's like, no, he's our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And to follow up, like the swinging, like I can literally swing for like a good half an hour just around the whole city. It just feels so relaxing when you have like the momentum. I think that's
Yeah.
what's really best about this game is like how accurate the momentum is through hitting a wall and then jumping up again and then web zipping and all that stuff. It's just so accurate. Like, yeah, if I was Spider-Man, I would probably do the same thing too. Especially when you're going under what do you call those things? Like those water towers, and you go between them.
I don't know.
Oh, I know what you mean. Like,
Oh,
Water
he
tanks.
swings
Aren't
this
they
way,
just-
and then he sucks it right in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Aren't they
Oh,
just
that
water
felt
tanks?
so good. I think
They're just
so.
water
they're,
tanks,
they're,
yeah.
they're probably just water tanks.
Probably. Yeah, and just that it's like helping you getting in the zone, and
Mhm.
and then yeah, with the Jonas Jameson thing, like it's so accurate how whatever you do like a side mission, and when he comes up, he just talks about what you just did. It's kind of like oh,
Mhm.
like it's pretty update, not just some random fact. It's like pretty following through the game storyline, so pretty good. Ugh, the game's so good.
Yeah, and generally, like I don't know, I feel like in terms of like games, like they always like either make it like super fast, like you're right in the action, or like everything starts really slow, right? And like Spider-Man is like one of those games that's just like, you know what, you guys already know who the villains are, so you know what, you're gonna verse Kingpin like right away, right? And it's like, dude,
Oh my God, yeah, that
what?
was-
Oh yeah, that was a great
the
way
way
to
they
start the game.
Yeah, the way they start off the game, you just fly out your window and start web slinging instantly.
Yeah, yeah, that was pretty cool. And what I really like about the story was like, I think it was the first time seeing like the character Peter Parker not as like a teenager, like he's actually grown up.
Mhm.
And then the storyline, it just for all the fans, it's just like, oh, I wonder what the story's gonna take place because, you know, we all been there like, oh, you know, Uncle Ben's gonna die at some point.
No
and
more
Yeah.
Uncle Ben, please.
no more Uncle Ben. You know what I mean? Like that meme. So yeah,
How many times can you traumatize one character?
exactly. Oh my gosh. I was like, please, it's gonna be Uncle Ben again. But yeah,
You know, it's
yeah.
it's funny. Oh, sorry, we're gonna say.
No, go for it. Go for it.
It's funny. All we've talked about, right, is web slinging. We haven't even hit the combat yet. That's how amazing the game is.
Yeah, just from a story standpoint, like the whole world building is already like crazy with the villains, like Doctor. I was thinking it's Doctor Wilson Fisk, and like you defeat him, and it's like, yeah, you put him in jail, great. But now because he's in jail, it's like, oh, you know, all these new villains pop out, and it's like, wait, he was actually keeping them in place this whole time, and you're like,
Yep.
Yep.
dang, what did I do, you know?
I guess Spider-Man done goofed it.
uh,
No. But yeah.
So yeah, in terms of gameplay, the action was it felt very very for sure like your classic Spider-Man game. I think it's very also comparable to the games like in the genre of like Batman, like was it like the Batman games as well.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just it wasn't for me, it wasn't like I would say like very complex, but it was very fun, and it was just nice to do combos.
It's very rewarding just beating the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Totally.
I mean
Especially-
criminals, not people.
Yeah, that's definitely the thing.
Only criminals. That's right. Well, you can shove people, I guess.
Oh,
yeah,
true.
Shove the innocent, but yeah. But yeah, the combat system was so good. It's just like really, it gets you in the heat in the moment, especially those trial missions where like wave 1 and wave 2, and they just keep coming. And definitely, like the whole point of the game is to be Spider-Man, and definitely really puts you in the moment where you have Spidey senses, right? And when you see Spidey senses, you're like, all right, I gotta jump into it right away. And then it's just
dodge, right?
dodging and then countering. It's just so good. It's just so good, guys. So good. And definitely, Lupin is so satisfying. Like once you like get that, I don't know, 200 combos, you're like, yes.
Oh my
give me
goodness,
that.
yeah. They got the choreography really good in that game.
Yeah, totally.
And then being able to activate was it like those cinematic
The takedowns?
takedowns, yeah, takedowns.
yeah.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah, the takedowns.
Those were amazing. Being able to like chain them as well was amazing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I felt
like-
like
Sorry,
Oh,
what?
Everybody calm down.
Oh, we're all
Yeah, I know,
excited,
right?
man.
You know how you said it wasn't complex? That's actually a good thing, right? Simplicity and minimalism when it comes to getting that satisfaction.
Mhm.
They had like the perfect balance, you know? Like it wasn't complicated, it wasn't complex, but at the same time, they made it so rewarding just combating. You wanted to fight more. That's what they were able to do. They made you want to fight more, basically.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I'm just glad they didn't put like some like Street Fighter combo to do one thing.
Oh my god.
Just imagine that. Doing
Street
full
Fighter's
Street
hard.
Fighter combo on this game just to do one web kick. But yeah, simplicity was very good.
Yeah, I
And
feel like I.
easy to follow up.
Oh, I feel like I didn't even like touch many of like the combat, like as many combos as I thought I would. Like after a while, like I think my like build or like my like stuff was just based on like gadgets eventually. So it's just like all the like the stats or the stuff was just based on like being able to do takedowns, so gaining and then like just using gadgets, and then like whenever I do takedowns, I get gadgets, and I just use gadgets to get me takedowns, and it was like
that is
cycle
actually an
replete.
amazing. Yeah, that's an amazing build, you know. I'll need to try
Yeah, that
that.
is a good build.
I got another reason to play the game again. There you go.
Well, there you go, there you go. It was cool because like you can definitely play around with like, or like each, because there's a lot of like Spider-Man skills and abilities that definitely cater to a certain play style. So it was definitely really cool to like play to whatever you wanted to play, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People that like stealth, you know, more gadget wise, right? I'm guessing. Yeah, I just went head on and beat the shit out of it.
Yo, me too. The way I played was all about punching and dodging. Like I barely used any
Punching.
gadget. I just like, yo, come at me, come face to face with me. Let's go. Let's do these crazy combos and takedowns. I barely use gadgets. But the only time I used gadget was challenges. Like those
yeah.
challenges to get extra XP.
Yeah,
I
that's
did it.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
I'm a more
What? You know the suit abilities, right?
Yes.
Which ones did you guys use?
Oh,
I was around with all of them.
I think I mainly use the one where he'll jump up into the air and just like spin and just web everything around him, I think.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Web
Blossom,
Blossom, Web
yeah,
Blossom.
yeah.
That was the one, yeah. Cause that was kind of broken, cause it's like it was just guarantee like you stun everyone or you web everyone up, and then you just like knock them away, and then like they'll get stuck to a wall or something. So you're like pretty safe.
Okay.
It's pretty safe. It's pretty boring, I think.
No, it's good. It's
flashy.
I used you know the one he summons out a drone or something and he electrocutes everybody.
Oh.
On normal on normal difficulty, right? Obviously, I played it the first time I played it wasn't hard, right? I think the hardest. And then on normal difficulty, I played it again. And when you summon that, it just one-shots everything around you. You can just stand still. I actually streamed it as well, but it was a while ago. But I think wait, which one? But I used when I fought against bosses, I used the one you know the movie with Tom Holland, you know, Kill Mode?
Oh, is it like the spider legs thing?
Yeah. For bosses, because it just did more DPS, I just used that for bosses.
Oh, that's true, yeah. It was cool getting those legs coming out, eh?
Yeah.
I think for me, I use it's like a buff where it's like one hit KO for a certain time.
Oh yeah.
It was like that neon blue Tron suit.
Oh yeah. Was it also where like you were able to one hit KO, but then you also got one hit KO?
No, isn't that the skin? That's the skin.
Oh.
When you complete the game, it gives you a skin where all you're wearing is your mask and some
like
shorts.
Undies?
Yeah, undies. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That was that skin. No, this one is like you just get extra strength. Yeah.
I think it gave you some discharge energy or something, and like it just buffed your damage basically. I think that's what it was.
Because when you activate it, it's all like bluey.
Right.
And
then
you just so
Dang.
Yeah, use that one. Just like, yo, get the punch, get the kills.
I
meant injured, because Spiderman doesn't.
Yeah. He doesn't kill anyone. He injures them.
He's our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, guys.
Totally. Like, have you seen the every time you throw a dude off the building, you think like, oh, he's dead on the ground, right?
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
you see the animation, you just see a web zip just connects him to the wall of the building. You're like, oh, okay. I can't believe they added that in the
That's
game.
actually like a tiny detail. That's like really cool.
Okay, I'm a psychopath because I didn't care about looking for that.
It's okay. It's confirmed. You never killed anyone. He just he just injures them.
Yeah.
That's right.
Speaking of like suits and web abilities, I think that's like another cool thing about the game, and maybe like the franchise or Spider-Man in general, is that like he has so many suits. You love wearing all these suits, and you want to like look at them. And I'm glad that like post launch, like they added like the Sam Raimi suit.
Yeah.
I think they added recently like the Andrew Garfield suit as well and stuff like that.
They did?
That's
Oh.
gonna be in the
Or
I
the
think
new
it's
one, the new one.
Yeah, in the Miles Morales or Remaster. Yeah,
Oh,
they added
wow.
The other content of the game. So like, what do you guys think of those? So like the side missions, the collectibles, and stuff like that.
Did you guys finish everything like 100%?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider-Man was my first platinum. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I think for me, oh sorry, go for it.
No, go on. No, you first. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. Okay, cool. For me, when I was collecting the backpacks, I thought it was interesting because I read every detail on the backpack, and it just kind of gives up the missing blinks from Peter Parker from when he was like graduating from high school until he's like 20 now, right? And like every little piece, and then like it was nice to fill in the piece to see who Peter Parker was and how much he's grown as Spider-Man. Because I think he's like what 25.
I think something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the older version of Spider-Man. So I thought it was really great how much detail Insomniac did by adding these little Easter eggs or little achievements and just kind of filling in the missing plot and just really seeing Peter Parker as a whole person, which for me as a gamer, I play the character out. So if I understand more of my character, I'd be really invested in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, the side mission was great. Like they're not boring, like some anime fillers, but but like they were very interesting, and they still play a part of the story, in my opinion. The side mission, so they were really well done.
So the side missions you had to do for Harry, his friend.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yes, the Oscorp.
Okay, some of them after a little while, because it was necessary to do them. For example, Taskmaster's side missions, they were really fun, right? It actually was challenging, for example.
Right.
But Harry's ones, for example, to get the research tokens, I think it is.
Yeah.
It did honestly for me. It did afterwards become a bit too repetitive, right? It was the same thing over and over again, right?
Mhm.
But there was some other things that were repetitive too, but I enjoyed it. Like when you have to take photos of some places in the world, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you guys ever tried this? Like while you're just web slinging around, you take a picture and you head off as quick as you can while you're web slinging in the middle of it, or did you guys stop and take a picture?
I just swung and just took a picture, snapshot it right away. Can't move.
Did that not feel like, for me, I might be the only one here, but that feels so satisfying. I don't know why. Just doing that, like, and just fuck off. Oh, I'm sorry.
So it's okay.
It felt
But,
good
like-
because you got to get shot while you're bored.
Yeah. And like, it's not all of it, right? Obviously, it's impossible to make everything unique and fresh. Every game is like repetitive. Everything's the same, right? But
Mhm.
like, what I loved the most was, the world events. Those red icons that will come up, right? Randomly while you're web slinging. It's not even a side mission, but it just comes up like
The red exclamation mark, like the crime.
Yeah, crimes. Yeah, I love that. It made it very immersive and very realistic.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you can choose. You either choose if you want to do it or not. I did every time.
Me too. Swinging by. Ding. Oh, sorry, main story. I'm gonna help this civilian here with their car being robbed. Make sure. Yeah, like, and I think that's what's so cool about Spider-Man. It's just like it's kind of real life where you're just doing your own thing, and then a crime will just happen to come up, and then I guess it's up to you as a player to decide, do you want to do it or just let it be, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's the cool part about it.
Yeah, well, if you wanted to 100% the game, you had to collect all the tokens, or at least most of it, and you had to beat up all the gangs and stuff like that. Anyway, so it was I
Yeah,
guess
it's true.
near the end, or especially if you're achievement hunting, it does get really repetitive because you're literally just looking for that one thing, or you're trying to like get all these things done. So I definitely agree in the sense that like maybe if you aren't achievement hunting, or if you're just kind of like playing it through casually and you just kind of like pick and choose kind of like some missions here and there, then I think you definitely get like that really like there's extra stuff to do. There's tons of stuff to do. But then there's definitely like you still have the main story to go through, which is like great. And then the DLC. You guys said that you guys haven't played the DLC yet, right?
No, I'm sorry.
No,
I
can't.
Okay,
mean, if the
so
DLCs were free, I would have played them.
you know what? Fair enough. So I played the DLC on stream when I was streaming, and man, they didn't. So it was okay. The story wise, and in terms of story, the story stuff, leading from connecting all three, and the big boss being shoot, what's his name?
Hammerhead.
Hammerhead, yes, Hammerhead. It was really cool. It's like an overall story, and you get to go through like more characters. So like you get more story with Black Hat, more story with Silver Sable, and then of course like Hammerhead. Which so story wise, in terms of like there, it's dude solid. I don't want to spoil anything in case you still haven't played it for anyone out there. But there's some things that I'll like kind of like pick from certain DLCs that I can at least remember, and because it's just so funny. And then more outfits, of course. So anyone that loves collecting outfits, those outfits looked really cool. They had some of the more cartoony ones in there too. I don't know if the base game had any cartoony outfits.
No.
I think he did have a comic book version.
I think it was
just.
Oh yeah, it was like the original Spider-Man or something like that. I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The comic book, yes.
Yeah. So the
talking
comic
about
book
the
styles are really cool.
Are you talking about the manga one?
The
The
I
manga
don't know.
suit in the DLC?
It was like a oh yeah, the
Oh, no,
manga
no.
one. In the DLC is the manga one. Yeah. I know the base game had the like cell shaded style Spider-Man. I think was the other one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So suits were cool. There were some like I think side missions and most of the DLCs were pretty much just more collectibles. So whether or not you wanted to collect all of them was up to you. And then I think every game had at least one new enemy archetype, which was cool. But after that, you kind of figure out how they work and how to beat them up, which does bring a lot more variety if you only played the base game. But like comparing it to in general, like once you kind of go through the rest of the DLCs, it's kind of like it's only one new enemy, or one or two enemies maybe. So it was okay, but it was definitely still fun though. Sure.
I have a question. Did they like add anything to the combat or the gadgets in the DLCs?
So they didn't add any new gadgets. Actually, no, they didn't add any new gadgets. They just added I think one of the DLCs that I can remember was they added it's kind of like it's the shield guy, essentially, but like his shield now has like a little blaster off him, so like you couldn't even get near him. So like before, like when you verse normal shield guys, you just had to like swing to him and then go under him with circle or whatever, and then like beat him up, right? So this was like you couldn't go close to them because they'll just like blast you off or something. I think from what I remember.
How'd you beat him? I
think you have to like swing someone else into him or something, or like you have to get the shield off him in a different manner. So
and like you know the suits in the DLC. Like, did they have new suit powers?
Oh, man, I actually don't remember. I think about it. I don't think they do.
No,
just cosmetics.
I think it was just purely cosmetics.
So it's mostly for just what is it? More story, more cosmetics, more what is it?
And like
side missions.
A little side missions, and like a little bit more added variety to the fighting, since there were like one or two more enemies, or different enemies types.
Okay, my voice broke. Thank you for ignoring that.
So I guess we'll move on. I guess we'll just kind of glance over this topic. So most reviews in 2018 were pretty well received. So I don't think we'll go kind of like through that too much. But I do want to talk about kind of like comparing games. So like when it was released, so Spider-Man was it 2018 to 2020 now. And then whenever you're the audience or whenever you guys are watching this video, this is theoretically after the PS5 is released. So technically, when the new Miles Morales games and Spider-Man Remaster comes out, and for anyone getting the PS5, cool. Can't believe you guys got a pre-order. Jealous, kind of. But yeah, so like, how do you guys think games compare now to like Spider-Man back then? I guess. So I can start off. So the games that I can at least actually, have I played that many action games since? Oh man, I think about it. I was only playing like older games. Yeah. Any new games that you've been playing, Lupin?
Me? Right now I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh wait, that's not a new game, right? God damn it.
Oh yeah, when did Red Dead Redemption come out? Oh man.
Red Dead Redemption 2? I can't remember. I think it came out before Spider-Man, right?
Ooh.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
So if it had to be new games, right? Isn't Ghost of Tsushima like the game that was popping the most recent? At least.
Definitely.
It was 5 months ago.
Definitely came out, yeah, a few months ago for sure. I think they had a new update with multiplayer, so like definitely a reason for people to come back to that game, even as the PS5 is coming out or is out, depending on when you're watching this. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima looks crazy. So I think that's the last game that came out for the PS4.
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember, and all that's like popping now is like Among Us and Phasmophobia.
That's true. Popular games nowadays.
Yeah.
True.
Maybe David, I know you played Kingdom Hearts 3, so maybe you can kind of talk about maybe some comparisons, maybe, or like, because I think Kingdom Hearts is more newer than Spider-Man, I think, right?
I guess so. Yeah, for an action game. Yeah, for me, I'm a game player that I care more about the story than kind of less on gameplay style. But comparing to Spider-Man and Kingdom Hearts 3, the fun fact is that there's action where you can do combos too as well. In Kingdom Hearts 3 where you can use magic or special attacks. But the difference between those two is that Kingdom Hearts 3 has a super long story arc. So if you haven't played any Kingdom Hearts, you went straight to number 3, it would be very confusing. But yeah, like Kingdom Hearts 3 gameplay was really well done too, because it helps you be immersive into fighting the monsters, the Heartless, in the game, just like Spider-Man does. And I think that's the pros both game are. Is that if you like rolling around and like hitting and dodging, then you have Spider-Man have that, and as well as Kingdom Hearts 3 has that. And most action games, I notice, they're kind of taking that kind of mechanics, where different variety of monster, you got to understand what their behavior like or their movements are like. So it helps you like get your brain thinking like, okay, I can't just rush and go, you know, that's more like Dynasty Warrior style. But yeah, just comparing the action game, yeah, like Spider-Man takes a lot of mechanics of good action game where you know that your heart rate goes up when you're fighting a boss or something happens, and then you're like, you know that I don't know if you guys have the experience where like, all right, I gotta get this guy, I gotta beat this guy, or else like it's all over kind of moment.
Yeah.
You know, just because they really hype up the monsters or the boss. So yeah, comparing those two games, yeah, they're pretty very similar, but Kingdom Hearts is very long story arc. It's a good game, but yeah.
It's crazy how like there's actually so many games even from 2018, even from like I think I guess we could say even earlier than that. Just like there's so many high quality, like like really good memorable games that people I guess are still even playing nowadays, right? It's kind of crazy. Like anyone still playing Skyrim?
I have a friend that still plays it, and he still enjoys it. So
my friend went on it recently to see the dragon as Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh gosh!
Whoa!
It made his computer crash.
Oh.
Oh jeez.
Crazy mods, man. Crazy mods.
Crazy mods. Well, for any of you out there that are still playing the even more recent games, so like I know Sekiro is still pretty good out there. Again, I'm just comparing or like bringing up like games that are in the kind of like the action adventure genre. So Sekiro, Ghost of Tsushima, uh, Batman Arkham Knight, or maybe the future one eventually or something, or Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Those kind of games I think are in the action adventure genre, and I guess if you have to like pick one or pick over the other, I think people either are still playing Spider-Man or maybe have picked them up or of course already played it because old game. But I think Ghost of Tsushima is definitely. I wish I want to get myself a copy for sure because that game looks amazing.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I played it. It's really good. It's really good.
Nice.
You know what other game people might be playing? Because it came out a long time ago, and I know people that are playing it right now. Not because Cyberpunk is coming out, but Witcher 3.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's right.
There's like a cult for it. People love that shit.
Yeah, it's still popular. Yeah, like I always hear
really
about
good
it.
game.
It'll be the next Skyrim.
Yeah. You know it's good when you have its own Netflix series, right?
Oh yeah, true.
Oh, true, true.
You know.
Have you guys watched it? Sorry, no, it has nothing to do with Spider-Man.
Sorry, I went off topic.
I know I haven't watched it, but
Yes.
Anyways, I guess to move on, to continue, the biggest change from the Spider-Man games, because now Spider-Man PS5 is gonna get a remaster, and essentially they brought a new face man.
What the?
Or
Oh, you mean the Tom Holland looking like?
yeah, the Tom Holland looking like. Oh, I should have brought the name, but yeah, it's what do you guys think of Spider-Man? And I guess they're gonna be he's the new Spider-Man face or look is gonna be in the Spider-Man Remaster, as well as I think he'll show up in Miles Morales, assuming, and then probably Spider-Man 2 when that eventually comes out. So what do you guys think of the new Spider-Man face?
Honestly, it's okay. When I do play right now I don't like it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a change. Like when I see the Spider-Man game, I see the original guy. That's what you always see when you see. It's like trying to change Iron Man. Like Tony Stark is now Robert Downey Jr. No one's gonna ever play Wolverine. No way can anyone ever play Wolverine. If they do, it's gonna be such a fail. And now Ryan Reynolds is a embodiment of Deadpool. Now,
Right.
every time I see Ryan Reynolds, it's like, I don't know. I'm going a bit like those are more to the extreme, right? I'm trying to metaphorically say, like it's the same kind of thing. That's what you see.
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation 4, next gen PlayStation 5 is going to be also, and I guess that's what they're trying to do with a more realistic face. Actually, I got a question. Why did they not use the original guy? Or do you guys know?
I have no idea. I
What
remember
is the
reading a
reason?
post. Yeah, I remember there's a post about it saying like, oh, they thought make a decision that since it's remastered, they really want to show off like the graphics of the PS5. I don't know, don't quote me on this, but that's what I was getting the impression of.
Okay.
To show off like how realistic it is and stuff like that. But
I mean, it does definitely look very lifelike. It does look realistic. But
yeah,
wouldn't they prove it better if they used the original guy but made him look even more lifelike, I don't know.
So what I do know is that the voice actor is, I think, still different. I could be wrong.
No.
And no, sorry, the voice actor from the PS4 version is still the same.
Okay.
Going forward, it will be. But yeah, the face is definitely different.
Oh.
I don't remember if the voice actor is the same as the actor, like who's playing like making all the movements and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's my impression. I maybe a little bit influenced from all the memes and stuff, but like he definitely does look younger, I guess.
He does.
Doesn't look 25 though, to be honest, but. I mean,
maybe you could pull it off.
I guess you could argue like what 25-year-olds look like. But yeah, for me, when I first heard about that, I was like, dude, this doesn't make sense. He looks so much. I think the meme was he looks so much like Tom Holland, and Tom Holland already looks pretty young, but I guess he also is kind of old.
He's old. He's actually. I swear he's 26, 27.
Yeah, he's like 26 or 27. Yeah.
So.
Oh my goodness. Looks younger than me.
So when I first heard of that, I was like, wait. I'm like, because in the Black Cat, the heist DLC, it like so there's like a very obvious hint that Felicia and Peter hooked up at some point. Because Felicia has a daughter that they're trying to save, and Peter's like, wait, you have a daughter? Like, you did.
Wait.
You
Oh
did-
my.
did-
Oh shoot.
And then like there's this whole drama of like Mary Jane finding out, and it's like, oh, it was so good. Like if that DLC was so good in terms of story. But yeah,
I gotta find out now. I gotta play that.
it was so funny. I was like, oh my gosh, this drama is actually like so intense. So I'm like,
Drama. That's so
Drama.
funny.
I can't imagine playing that and then like seeing like that younger face and then like hearing him like hooking up with Felicia, and I was like, oh my gosh. But
That is rich. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I'm on the same page with Lupin. It's kind of like it's been 2 years, and 2 years I pretty much seen the OG face, and then for them to kind of slap in like a new face, kind of like, whoa, this isn't the Peter Parker I visually played or see. So it just felt weird, like like Iron Man, War Machine, how they
Yeah.
swap the actors.
Oh my goodness.
It's like,
Yeah.
first impression is like, this is different, but it was okay because it was just one movie to the next, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, totally. If it was like Hugh Jackman, yeah, I was like, yeah, no one can replace Hugh Jackman. Please come back, Hugh Jackman, for the next MCU universe movie. But yeah, like it just felt weird. So I'm gonna be honest with you. If like I'm a fan, so I'll probably get used to it the more I play
Yeah,
it. And be
probably,
like whatever. Yeah, I was like, it's Peter Parker now. So, but yeah, first impression is kind of like, I don't know if that was the right move for Sony to do that.
The amount of
Yes.
times we've seen Peter Parker's face change, I think we'll get used to it very quickly.
Yeah,
Fair enough, actually.
I'm still a Tobey Maguire guy.
Really?
Yeah,
Same. I mean,
I'm
that's
a-
because we all grew up with him, right? That's why. Right?
Yeah, I grew
Yeah.
up with Tobey Maguire, so
Yo, have you seen like the deepfake where they put like Tobey Maguire's face into the Spider-Man PS4? It was like all the actors from there, and I was like, oh my
Oh my
gosh.
god.
oh
That looks
dang.
so amazing. Oh my god. Yeah. They even Mary Jane, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. And Willem Dafoe for Green Goblin. Oh my god, that was amazing.
It was so good. The nostalgic just came back. Like, oh man,
Yeah.
this is Sam Raimi.
Um.
Oh, that was actually pretty good.
So yeah, so since we're gonna have to eventually get used to him, or if you guys are playing Spider-Man now, maybe let us know how used to him or
Yeah.
not used to him you are, So Miles Morales out November 10, or if you're watching this after, it's already out now. Are you guys gonna get it?
Yes.
I already pre-ordered it.
Oh.
So I'm hyped.
I'm planning on getting the PlayStation 5, so I'm gonna buy it on the PlayStation 5. Yeah.
Nice. So I know there's like, so you can get the Miles Morales just the game itself, I think, for significantly cheaper, I think. Or if you're getting it on PS5, I believe you can get it for, I think it's $90 Canadian or something. It's
For
pretty
Miles Morales.
for Miles Morales and the remaster of the Spider-Man PS4 with all the DLC, or like kind of like the Spider-Man Ultimate Edition.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
think
actually quite
for
good.
90 Canadian, I think about. Yeah, so I think in the Ultimate Edition, I think it's really cool that they're adding more suits. And then I think you mentioned before, David, the Andrew Garfield suit into the Miles Morales edition. I don't know if you guys have seen, but they released a trailer for the Spider-Man, what is it? All the universe ones, the animated one.
No, I haven't.
What's it called?
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse, sorry, yeah.
Oh yes. Yes. I was like, wait, all of them? Like what?
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the confirmed suit, and you can get it if you pre-order it, right? The track suit.
Yeah.
It's right into the- yeah, that was pretty cool.
They show gameplay of that, and like the suit actually like animates the way like it was in the movie, so it's like really cool.
Yeah, it's trippy.
If
yeah.
you ever get that and you get to play it, oh man, you gotta show me that.
Yeah, search it up on YouTube right now.
Exactly. Or
Search it up on YouTube right now. It's really good.
After this video.
Yeah.
search it
Yeah,
up.
after this, yeah, right, not right now. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. After this video.
And then for anyone watching, I'll see if I can put a preview of it down just below our screens here.
Yeah.
So yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, maybe it's a PSA, maybe not. So if you buy the PS4 version, which I actually didn't know until we looked it up, the PS4 version of Miles Morales, you can actually upgrade, or you'll get a free upgrade into the PS5 version. And then so that's its own thing. And then if you want to, if you only bought the Miles Morales on PS4, I think which you only can, and then you want to get the remaster for the PS5, I think it's additional like 25 to 30 Canadian or something, to also kind of like to upgrade into getting the Spider-Man remaster as well. So anyone that doesn't know that, if you don't want to wait for PS5 or just want to get the PS4, like you want to play Miles Morales now, then that's kind of like what you can do. And if you're planning to get the PS5, then it's a good option, I think, too, as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just gonna save up my money for later for PS5, but I really want to know the story because FOMO, right? I don't want to miss out. So yeah, like I'm just happy that Sony gave that opportunity to be like, yeah, you get a free upgrade if you get the PS5. So it's like no pressure to buy another copy of a game just for a different.
Yeah.
Right.
So speaking of which, speaking of the Spider-Man PS5 remaster, is it worth the wait? Like, is it worth getting? You guys think?
The remaster.
Yeah, the remaster.
If
Does it come with the DLC?
Yes, it's everything. It's everything. It's
Okay.
the Ultimate Edition, essentially.
So the remastered is the Ultimate Edition, right? Oh, you get all the. How much were the DLCs individually, anyways? Like
I think it was
on release.
It was $30
was-
last time I checked,
yeah.
Canadian on PlayStation.
All the DLCs were $30.
Just
Yeah,
the DLCs, yeah. But I think now if you look onto the PSN store, I think you can only buy the Ultimate Edition.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you unless you have if you have the base game and you never bought the DLC, you can still buy the DLC separately. But if you've never bought into the game, I think you only see the Ultimate Edition on PS4.
So considering like it was $30 on release, I think it's worth it getting the remastered price wise, right? Especially if everything is remastered onto PS5, next generation quality.
You got that new face.
And like,
Is there an option to swap it? To swap the face? Or
I don't know.
Or is it...
For anyone playing it right now, like let us know in the comments, like if you can actually swap it.
Yeah, that'll be. But like, I mean, come on, who doesn't like great graphics, great quality? It makes everything more immersive in the end. So I think it is worth it. I think people should get that if they got the money.
Yeah, same here. I agree. If you have the money, I say just wait for it and get the remaster with the PS5 console. But if you're on the low budget, I recently went to Walmart and I just saw the PS4 Game of the Year edition for Spider-Man. It's only $50 Canadian, so you get all the DLC and everything. So if you're on a budget, I say go for the PS4. But if you have the money, I say just wait for it. Just because I recently heard about the new PS5 controller. The haptic feedback and the triggers.
Controllers are really good, yeah.
It's really good. It's like a game-changing experience, and I think it's way worth waiting and saving money for that just to play the remaster and the Miles Morales. Yeah,
I'd love it to be interesting to definitely like hear about like the PS4 reviews, or sorry, PS5 reviews, the controller, the game itself, like Miles Morales. It'd be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so now that we kind of like talked about our overall impressions, kind of like memeing about the different Peter Parkers, kind of like being hyped up for Miles Morales, which will be pretty cool because Miles is in New York still, right? And Peter moved, or did Miles move?
I think Miles lives in a different district of New York City, from what I understand.
Okay.
But from what I understand, the story takes place a year after from the first game.
Okay.
From what I understand, yeah. Unless make a comment to correct me. That's what I know right now as we're speaking. It's 1 year after, apparently.
So yeah, so like so now the question would be, what do you guys think of how Insomniac, the people that made Spider-Man PS4, what do you guys think of how they made use of like the characters, comparing it to comics, like how they're fleshing out their universe. I say, I guess maybe even comparing or just like from like what you've seen to like MCU or the comics or something like that as well.
Okay, so like usually with these kind of games, there's always just one big bad guy, right?
Hmm.
One boss, right? What I loved about this game is they got so many big title bad guys for
Yep.
him to go up against, and that's like breaking. I don't know why it's like a not unofficial rule for some reason that these companies make. Like you're only allowed to have one cool bad guy, and then everyone else is a mini boss bad guy before him, right? But you were able to fight against so many of them, and like that actually is quite accurate to the comic books because like there's going to be a movie after Spider-Man. What's the next Spider-Man movie that's coming out with Tom Holland? I can't remember what it was, but I think it's going to be called Sinister Six, right? And he's
Hmm.
going to be up against multiple big title bad guys, right? And
Yep.
that's also very accurate to the comic books too.
Mm.
Yep.
And that's what I liked about what they did with this one, being able to fight so many of them.
Totally. Yeah. For me, Insomniac did very well. Like I think I watched the behind the scenes about them, and most of the people most of the team, they're all like super Spider-Man fans. So a fan base game, it's like super official. You know, it's like they got everything down right. Um,
Mm.
with comic books, yeah, they really took the background knowledge and the story of it, and just kind of make kind of a little bit newish to this in this Peter Parker's universe to make it very unique and such and stuff. And like the costume design of the big title villains are great. They're not like kind of like oh I kind of expected this, but they're like very unique on their own way, and they're very cool. And yeah, like as a fan, I'm like yeah, I'm sold. Like this is probably the best Spider-Man game right now as we speak.
Hmm.
But yeah, the Sinister Six was like a famous story arc, one of the famous story arcs that in the comic books. Because I know the Amazing Spider-Man series, I know they're trying to start off the Sinister Six because in the second one you got Rhino, you got Electro, and then the Green Goblin, and then but you know Tom Holland came in and then they cut down Andrew Garfield, so they couldn't do it. So I know the hype was there, and I think Insomniac did a great job. Like you know what, for a Spider-Man game, let's kind of get that hype and into it, put it in a video game, and that's what they
Yeah.
did. So they did very well. So good job, Insomniac. Keep it up.
They
I'm
made a
hoping you're
wonderful
making a sequel.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, one thing they did portray really well is Peter Parker himself, you know. He's like
Mm.
meant to be friendly, he's meant to be kind, light-hearted, you know, and he was all of those things. He's always jokey, you know. He's always like making sarcastic jokes whenever he talks. Not once in one of his sentences does he not have a sarcastic joke, you know.
Those
Yeah,
one-liners.
wasn't
They're
there?
like Hmm?
Wasn't there like a skill for that? The
Oh yeah,
one-liner?
the taunt thing.
The taunts, yeah, one of his abilities.
Wait, no, there was?
Yeah, there was. I forgot what suit, but there was a.
I think it's from the like the animated one, like
Oh yeah,
the
the
cell
comic
shaded
book
one.
one.
Yeah, the comic book
Yeah,
one.
yeah, the comic book one. Yeah, his ability is just to taunt.
They did, yeah, they did really good. Like with the directing itself, also the voice lines, the scripting was really good. Yeah,
Yeah,
Insomniac, I mean, with the game.
yeah. And Peter Parker sound very mature. You know, I mean, he wasn't like super kiddish, but you kind of tell he kind of grew up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know,
He's
and
had
I think
that.
that was good.
Yeah, he had that Spider-Man flair, you know. Still.
Yep. Yep.
That's crazy. So, everyone here is hyped for the new Miles Morales game. I should probably pre-order at some point.
Do it.
David on my this way on my left is hyped already pre-ordered. Lupin,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
gonna get it too at some point maybe?
Yes. Miles Morales.
Yeah, Miles Morales.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna
you
get
get
it
the
with
PS5,
PS5.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I'm,
that'd be
I'm
hype.
gonna wait for prices to go down.
Fair enough,
It
fair enough.
was
You know, fair
expensive.
enough.
Yeah.
Are you pre-ordering the PS5? Or did you get a
No.
pre-order? Oh, okay.
No, I didn't pre-order it yet. I do have the money. I just want to be smart, you know, with my investments when it
No,
comes to
that's fair. That's fair.
yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
The system only gets better when there's more games on it. So
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, because like
Mhm.
what? It's gonna come out with just old titles, right? Even like so, obviously with me personally, like the only reason why I want to get the PS5 is because of the exclusives, right? So that
Mhm.
includes
Yeah.
God of War, that includes Spider-Man, and some other stuff I forgot.
Like I saw the Gran Turismo trailer. That was nice. Graphic.
Oh yeah.
Gran Turismo.
Racing
if
games
you're
will
a
always be good.
racing
Oh my
game.
god, it's so amazing.
Beautiful.
You know what I'm looking forward to? It might sound a bit creepy. I so badly want to hold the PS5 controller in my palms, in my hands. I want to hold it so bad.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
actually, yeah, and there's like already unboxing videos of the controller, and
It's true.
Yeah.
they put so much details in it. Like,
The
for
tiny
example,
little Easter eggs.
I was watching a video of a guy unboxing, and he was explaining how when he was playing the Astro Boy game, um, he was pulling a string, like
Yeah.
a tightrope string, and what the mechanics of the controller was on your trigger, they add the resistance, so it was making you pull the LR or R2 like really hard as if you were actually pulling it. So it kind of makes it feel like you're actually pulling a tight tension rope.
Oh my
So
god.
just imagine on Spider-Man now you're web zipping now.
Just imagine.
Just imagine.
Orgasms.
It's so hype. All right,
Oh my
so
goodness.
since Spider-Man is still so hyped to us, the last question I think, and maybe we'll round it off with the video as well, since we're actually 50 minutes in. Can you believe that or not?
Woo!
We're actually 50
5
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness! Wow.
we're 5051 minutes according to the recording. Right now.
Wait. 50, like almost an hour.
Yeah. Can you
Wait, not 1-5?
No, 50
I
guys.
said 1-5. Oh my god.
That's how you know this game is good. It's worth 50 minutes of talking about it.
Holy shit.
So the question is Spider-Man PS4, not PS5, but for now, right now. Okay, so the first question is Spider-Man PS4 still worth playing now in 2020 with the release of the PS5 and remaster?
Yes, it is still
Yes.
worth it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Double thumbs up for me.
Definitely, if it comes to money wise, definitely it's worth it. Way cheaper.
Totally. What is it?
Pretty true.
Oh yeah.
I would say maybe wait for a sale because it is kind of an old game now, and because the fact that the PS5 version is the remaster and has the new face, and eventually they're using that new guy for the continuation of Spider-Man. So I feel like at some point I want to replay Spider-Man with the new guy to get used to it. You know, like as we were saying, it's probably just something to get used to.
Yeah.
But aside from that, yeah, the DLC is definitely worth it. The story of Spider-Man is definitely worth it. So, and then for anyone that has the PS5 and is Spider-Man PS5 remaster and or Miles Morales worth getting a PS5 right now?
For me, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, totally. For me, it's yes.
Like,
because
is a console seller essentially?
it is a console seller, which they were very smart with, because yeah. But for me, yeah, it's definitely worth it.
It is obviously my opinion. Very biased. I'll bloody love it. Spider-Man, you know, so like
Yeah, I'm a
it is
biased
worth-
too. Yeah, I'm super biased, so yeah, I'll pay anything.
But there is a
Because
reason why it's an amazing game, guys. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
just remember that.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here. I think for sure getting I would say get both. If not, if you have even enough for the PS5 and this game, I would say even go for the Ultimate Collection, just because I think part of the Spider-Man like franchise, part of the like the maybe not a core, but like the part of the game is I think to collect the outfits, getting all the outfits, getting all the just like being the Spider-Man you want to be, you know, like whether that's like a different outfit or, you know, whether you want to kind of like role play as like Miles Morales in the Into the Spider-Verse, or you want to, you know, make Andrew Garfield better. You know, those outfits I think play into feeling like Spider-Man or feeling like a Spider-Man or some version of Spider-Man, right? So, and the fact that, you know, that we have this new Spider-Man face, you know, this new Peter Parker face, I think since everyone here is saying, you know, it's we're all gonna have to get used to it at some point. Maybe some people still hate it, some people might like it, you know. But it's definitely a new era of Spider-Man now that his face has also changed for the new generation, which is crazy. So, so yeah. Any last remarks? Any, you know, what games are you guys playing right now? And
I'm playing too much Genshin. Somebody saved my life.
Genshin.
Genshin? I'm playing too much Phasmophobia and Rogue Company right now.
Oh my goodness, Rogue Company. Okay.
Rogue Company.
Yeah, I'm also just playing Genshin Impact. Dude, that game is holy.
It's so addictive. Why is it so addictive?
we just like rolling. Rolling for new characters.
Yeah,
We're all low key addicted to
gamble.
gambling.
Like gambling.
It's gambling.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
But yeah, I
goodness.
guess.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I guess. Let us know, like anyone in the comments. Anyone in the comments. I mean, let us know like what game we should cover next. You know, if you guys like this video, man, I didn't expect for us to actually talk about Spider-Man for almost an hour at this point. So you know, props to us for just having fun with Spider-Man. And I hope everyone you guys enjoy it. If you do, you know, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We want to make more videos like this where we just talk about a game that either new or old. That's just worth talking about, you know. That's worth, you know, worth it Fridays, you know. Is it worth the Friday, you know? Because I think people are, you know, in our, you know, dire situation right now, you know, current 2020, it's either people are more busy than ever or they have nothing to do. So our name still stands, you know. Is it worth your Friday? You know, like people are doing stuff, you know, Friday evening, you know, whether you're gaming or, well, you know, used to be going out and stuff or hang with friends, but you know. It's kind of like, what games are you guys playing nowadays? You know, like, are you guys, you know, still playing new games? Are you guys playing old games? You know, are you still playing Skyrim to this day? You know, when did Skyrim come out, by the way? Holy crap! Like 2011, 20. Jeez.
Damn.
But yeah, like, let us know in the comments what games we should cover next. We have some videos, ideas in the works, and so hopefully we can get those out. I think we're aiming for maybe weekly every Friday. You'll see us every Friday, a video on here, or maybe bi-weekly. We're still figuring that out. But I hope you enjoyed this, like, you know, Spider-Man talk. Whether, you know, hopefully this answers your question. If not, like, the three of us are most like hyped, if anything, for Spider-Man. I hope you have played it, or you know, if you haven't played it, pick it up because it's a good game.
Yeah.
You know, thank you, Lupin, for also joining us.
Of course, no
Yeah,
problem.
thanks,
I enjoyed
Lupin.
it so much. This was really fun. Just talking about games, you know. So
Yeah, exactly, dude. It's just
Yep.
I hope we can bring not technically reviews to certain games, because you know we don't want to cover just new games, but maybe older games that we can revisit and whether they're worth revisiting, because that's always I think a fun thing to talk about. And then, but like we just want to bring more opinions, because I think the more educated a person can be about a certain game, because that, you know, games are expensive nowadays, right? Games are $80 or relevant currency, yeah. $60 US, I guess, is the normal. But yeah, games are expensive nowadays, so I know some people are very like, you know, I'm picking one game or the other. So for us, Spider-Man to this day is still worth it, and if you definitely have the money for it, it's definitely still worth playing. If it doesn't feel dated at all, the graphics still look amazing. So yeah, again, let us know in the comments what games we should play. And we'll see you next some other Friday, you know, whether next week or another week, but it'll be Friday, because you know what, we are worth it Fridays, and we'll cover.
And you'll find out when we upload videos if you subscribe.
Exactly, you know, subscribe,
leave a like, guys.
Leave a like, click that notification bell. Oh my god, those are the things. And yeah, thanks again, Lupin, for joining us. Maybe we'll have you back for more, because it's just fun.
Sure, definitely. Yeah,
it's fun.
So yeah, sweet. Thanks again, guys. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
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 See ya.
Bye.